Okay, so Journey Together, my thoughts on Journey Together, straight off the bat, I kind of feel like it is a middle-ish set, kind of a mid set, and I'll give you my reasons how I feel it to be a mid set. We look at what has been coming out recently. Of course, we had Prismatic Evolutions, which was like the big, real big craziness that was Prismatic, right? We can't get hold of any, it's ridiculously expensive. Look at the value of the cards, look at the value of the graded cards, the pull rates are like really tough. Overall, whether you like it or not, it's a home run set. It's like Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies is a terrible set to open. It is not the most fun to try and collect, but it is a home run set. And Prismatic is the same. Now, Surging Sparks, for instance, in my opinion, is another home run set. We have a set here with massive chase cards, tough pull rate, very different story to Prismatic because there was actually a lot, like I would say a lot, but there was a decent amount of Surging Sparks around. Like you were able to pick up Surging Sparks on release and pre-order, especially here in the UK for like 105, 110, and that's how I managed to get hold of mine initially, and then they shot up really, really quickly. So there was a lot of surging, right? There was a lot of surging around. For me, like with Journey Together, I kind of get the feeling that it's just been caught up in the hype. I feel like if this set was released last year or even the year before, people are like, oh, cool. You know, we're getting the kind of old school trainer cards you used to get like Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge or whatever back in the past. We're getting them coming back. That's really cool. And it is cool. However, because we're in this craze at the moment, it's been caught up in it. And I kind of feel like, yeah, if this was released a year ago, especially 2 years ago, this would be a middle of the road set. And people would be calling it a bit of a letdown, right? Because it's a small set. There's some nice cards in it, don't get me wrong. But to me, it kind of feels a bit like Stellar Crown, where it's a bit like kind of like a stopgap set, right? We've had Prismatic, okay? Everyone is going bananas for that. And then you've got Destined Rivals coming out, where everyone's going to be going absolutely losing their minds, craziness for that. And you've kind of got this like in-between set, right? Because you look at the release dates, you had Prismatic come out in January, you have Journey Together in the end of March, and then not even, well, basically it's like 2 months, pretty much, or not even 2 months, you have Destined Rivals, right? So you're not gonna have a huge amount of time, and it's kind of the same as we get with these small sets like Stellar Crown, is, you know, you kind of get like, oh, okay, whatever. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Stellar Crown, I think it's fine, but it's still a middle of the road set, in my opinion. I think Temporal Forces, for instance, and Paradox Rift is better than Stellar Crown. I like big sets. I don't mind them. Obviously, it's quite tough to collect everything when you look at a set like Palladium Evolve, Twilight Masquerade, Surging Sparks, and so on and so forth. But a bigger set means more awesome cards. That's how I see it, you know, or more chance of high awesome cards. But we'll see, right? Obviously, like price-wise, Journey Together, it's ridiculous, right? So here, they're $155 a box. It's sold out pretty much like instantly, which is just an absolute joke. And yeah, it's like the price for me isn't that like MSRP price for me isn't much of an issue, right? And I've said this before on previous streams, where MSRP at 155 or whatever it is here in the UK, that so much doesn't bother me. What bothers me the most is just not being able to get hold of anything, right? I don't mind paying 155 a box because that's the retail price. It's the fact that I just can't get any and no one else can get any either. That to me is the issue I have regarding Journey Together and the prices. Now I know over in the US the market prices were like $220 plus now a booster box. Of course you've got some boxes that have the promos. Here in the UK it's going to be slightly different how they're going to do the promos. Certain places will have boxes that will have the promos, whereas we'll have boxes without promo. It's really confusing if I'm being perfectly honest. But overall, like I said, the prices are pretty. They're not good, but they are where they are, right? Now, people are going to scalp the living daylights out of this set. It's, you know, we're in a time now where it's very lucrative to pick up as much product as humanly possible and flip it, essentially. Now, I did pre-order a decent amount from somebody I know local to me who owns a store. They've got me a lot of product in the past. They managed to get hold of me the Surging Sparks that I've got. Twilight Masquerade, like all these other Stellar Crown, all these other sets I managed to get in the past, but they couldn't with Prismatic. Prismatic, they only had a very small amount of stock. I was able to pick up one regular ETB. It was like limited one per person, so it was like one ETB. It was like one poster collection, so on and so forth, right? Chill pack blisters and the like. So it was one of each, which is great, which I think is a good way of doing it. But with Journey together, right? They were like, Jace, you know, how many do you want? Put an order in, mate. So I put an order in. It's like 2 cases of booster boxes, 2 cases of ETBs, and I think 1 case of triple blisters. And he was like, cool. I don't know my full allocations, but you know, you're not like, not paying him money up front or anything like that. It's just, we'll write it down, we'll note it down. That's what you're after. Brilliant. Cool. Amazing. Comes back to me and goes, Jace, my allocations have been cut by 90%. He was like, I can't even limit it to 1 per person. He was like, I am getting so little stock that I can't even go down the route of Prismatic where I can just go 1 product or 1 of each type of product per customer. It's like, I just can't get anything. I can't he was like, I just don't know what to do. In all honesty, he's like, I'm getting so little Journey Together stock that he's deciding to basically, instead of like first come, first serve, it's basically like a raffle, essentially. Like if you win like the raffle, you can buy a booster box. That's how little he's getting. And I was like, wow, that's really bad. He was like, yeah, it's insane how tough it is to get hold of. All my orders got cancelled. I say cancelled, but you know, that lock-in as it were, or you know, drawing it down, gone. So at the moment I'm getting, what am I getting? I'm getting 2 Pokemon Center ETBs that I managed to pre-order. And I think maybe 2 regular ETBs I got from a toy shop here in the UK from Smith's on pre-order. That's it. No booster boxes, nothing else. That was all I managed to get. Am I going to buy booster boxes at 155? Like I said, I've got no issue buying boxes at retail. I've got no issue doing that whatsoever. And for the long-term purposes, again, I don't mind buying booster boxes at retail. Right? Pretty much every single booster box goes above retail in the future anyway. I mean, you look at Scarlet Vine base set, for example, and nobody wanted it at 80, 90. Look where it is now. So as far as long-term investing is concerned, I've got no problem buying boxes at 155. Okay, let's say a massive reprint happens next year and boxes drop down to 100, 110 or whatever it may be, fine, I'll buy more. But at 155, I'm happy with that. Even though I do feel like it is a mid-tier set, I'm still happy to pick up for retail. It's retail, right? Now over retail, maybe a little bit different on that one. I'm not 100% sold on paying $220 or whatever it is over in the US. But if I can get hold of some at retail, I will get hold of some at retail. Now, Journey Together ETBs, they are ridiculously expensive as well. Again, if I can get them retail, I'll get them at retail. If not, whatever. As far as like the investing side of it is concerned, I might pick up a couple of boxes if I can get hold of some, but that would probably be it. As far as for a store, you know, for the site, probably not. Like I just, if I can only get them at retail, if I was to make any money on it, I would have to charge whatever more, right? And I don't know, I kind of feel like that's not the route I want to go down. And it's a shame, right? And hopefully more will come, right? Now, as regards to the feel of the set, like I said, I feel like it's a middle of the road set. There's some nice cards I like. Obviously the Articuno is my chase card of the set. Some of the full art trainer cards, or the SIRs as it were, some of them do look nice. I think the Lily's Clefairy looks nice. M's Reshiram. But apart from that, it's like a glorified trainer gallery, really, to be honest. So I'm not 100% sold on Journey Together. Destined Rivals, however, completely different story. I think that'll be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to that, even though there's no dark Pokemon. But again, are we going to get anything? Are we going to get stock? Are we going to end up paying an extortionate amount for booster boxes? Yeah, probably. I think we're going to pay more than Journey Together. I think Journey Together will not hold. I think it all depends on the pull rates as well, and depends if there's more coming. There are products that will have Journey Together packs in them, like the Lily Premium Twin Collection Box. I think that's such a fantastic product. That comes with 2 Journey Together packs. We're going to get collection boxes. We're going to get tins. There's going to be a lot of packs available, but as far as a certain type of product, ETBs and booster boxes, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So it'd be interesting to see what Pokemon do as regards to reprints down the line. I kind of feel like we're not going to get really anything in the form of reprints this year. I think it'll be a next year job. I think we're going to start seeing reprints potentially next year for certain sets. You never know. Usually the summer seems to be when reprints tend to happen. That seems to be like the slump, as it were, regarding like the hobby as a whole. So you may find some reprints hopefully in the summertime. We've got Destiny Rivals coming out, I think at the end of May, beginning of June, and then whatever the next set is. I think it's a specialty set in July, I believe. Yeah, like right now, new products, I couldn't care less if I'm being honest. Like it's, after like Prismatic, it's kind of, it's put me off a little bit of trying to look at getting hold of new stuff. And especially after like I say, the pre-orders did get cancelled, the allocation is just so bad. Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, like I say, if I can pick some up at retail, I probably will pick some up at retail. Even if it gets reprinted and it goes down, whatever. Hey, look, if it doesn't get reprinted, this is going to be an expensive set. It's going to be expensive booster boxes, it's going to be expensive ETBs. So keep that in mind. I don't see things crashing as they were. Unfortunately, everything's just too hard at the moment. A lot of people, like I said, I did a video on this recently. You know, people moving away from the hobby, they're choosing not to collect certain stuff. And I'm actively choosing not really to go out my way to get Journey together. If I get some, if I find some, fine. I might pick up some. I'm not going out my way, okay? I'm not going out my way like I have done with Prismatic. I went out my way to try and find as much Prismatic as possible. I ordered and pre-ordered from so many different places. Things were delayed, things were cancelled. I mean, I had like, I think it was something like 2.5, 3K's worth of Prismatic cancelled in pre-orders and things like that. So it was a lot, okay? And after that, it kind of put me off with Journey together. I'm like, you know what? If I can get hold of a couple of booster boxes here and there for, you know, long-term collection, whatever it may be, great. If I can get hold of Journey together product at retail, or, you know, maybe you can find under retail, I doubt it, but if you can find it, maybe I'll stock some on the store. Regarding the streams and stuff, I had a lot of people ask me, Jace, am I going to do Journey together? We're going to rip them on the streams? Probably not. Maybe if I can get hold of some packs further down the line. But yeah, and the same goes to the Japanese battle partners. I refused to get battle partners. It was just too expensive. I was like, there's no way. I did it with Clayburst when Clayburst was really expensive. Back when that came out with the Iono, I was like, nope, I'm not paying this price. There's no way. And when the price dropped, then we picked up some Clayburst and we did some box breaks. But no, I'm not paying, you know, what was it, £100 or whatever for battle partners. Battle partners has dropped a little bit. Terrestrial Festival was slightly different. I think Terrestrial Festival was pretty decent, and it's high class sets. So that's a whole different ball game, I think. But with battle partners, for me, I don't know. It's just super expensive, so I didn't do it. Heatwave Arena, I believe, is the next one. Not too sure. It is a little bit cheaper, but again, I still think it's expensive. Same goes for the Glory Team Rocket that comes out. That's going to be, again, a very expensive set, even in Japan. So we'll wait and see. I am looking to get some Japanese product, hopefully soon. But yeah, with English the way it is, looking towards Japanese, looking towards Chinese and Korean products is quite appealing. We did that in the past with the last boom. We did a lot of Korean EV Heroes, and we did some Korean 151. And that was good. That was good fun. That's actually genuinely good. And I think a lot of the Chinese stuff is actually pretty good as well. The print quality in Chinese is fantastic. So yeah, the different avenues which we can go down. But those are my thoughts regarding Journey Together. I'm going to try and see if I can get hold of some at retail when it comes to it. But my thoughts and feelings on the set, I think it's mid at best. I'm going to be doing a tier list soon once the set comes out so I can actually review it properly. But my initial thoughts, it's basically like Stellar Crown, so kind of a middle of the road-ish set. Not as good as Surgeon, not as good as Temporal in my opinion, or even Paradox, or Twilight even. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But that doesn't mean that the set's not going to be expensive and go up in value. Scarcity is what's going to cause the value to go up, not the fact that it's great. I just don't see that being the case, but we'll have to wait and see. You never know. Pokemon might surprise us and print a ton of it in the next coming months, or next year. So who knows? If you made this far in the video and you've enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe for more Pokemon content. Let me know your thoughts regarding Journey Together. Have you managed to pre-order stuff? Are you looking forward to the set? Are you not looking forward to the set? I'm kind of a bit like, meh. I mean, even with the orders I had coming in originally, I was still like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't plan on opening the set. I don't plan on collecting the set. There's like 1 or 2 cards I like from it. That's about it. So, but hey, look, if you like it, great. And I think the set will do well regardless. Like, sealed-wise, invest-wise, the set will do incredibly well. Anything that comes out this year in 2025, it's a hot ticket item, and I think it's a really good one regardless. But that's it for me, guys, in today's video. For more Pokemon content, make sure to click the video on the screen, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.